Hey guys, welcome to the first in a new series I'm calling Franchise Fridays. Now, what is Franchise Fridays, you ask? I'm going to go through all the movies in a franchise every other Friday and give you my review on it. So, the first movie and the first franchise we're doing is Step Up. But, as always, quick admin note, if you guys like what you see here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe this video to this channel. It helps me out greatly, and I truly appreciate everything you guys do for me. Now back to my review. Quick synopsis. Tyler decides to vandalize the school just for the kicks of it, but gets caught, and of course he's lucky enough to go do his community service at the school. Step Up was first released August 11th, 2006, directed by Anne Fletcher, and starring Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan. First of all, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Step Up is a guilty pleasure for me. I love pretty much every movie in this series. So I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm coming into this review with rose-colored lenses because, no matter what, these movies are a guilty pleasure for me, and it's one of the reasons why I chose Step Up franchise as one of the first Franchise Friday movies reviews. And I'm going to be honest here. One of the first things that make me laugh in this movie is seeing Channing Tatum trying to be that gangster white boy. It more comes off as that he's that, moody white boy from Be More, it's funny to me. And I think one of the reasons is if you guys don't know, I'm about halfway between Baltimore and DC. So I've been to Baltimore. I've seen some of these people, some of those areas. I've seen the school where, this movie was supposed to be based off of. So it's always great to see Baltimore represented, but it's funny seeing, someone like Channing Tatum trying to be a gangster. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. Jenna Dewan is always a win in my book. She is an awesome dancer, and I can watch her and any routine she puts on a million times. Jenna Dewan's character is very lucky that in this movie, Channing Tatum's character, Tyler, was, when he vandalized the school, was sentenced to do community service at the school that he vandalized. And it just so happens that he's a really good dancer as well. A lot of plus sides for Jenna's character. But one of the other things I find funny, though, is, of course, she's going to the School for the Arts, that, pretty much has dancers. But for some reason, no other dancer can fulfill the role of her, of the partner that vacated, except for Channing Tatum's character. I'm like, I get it. He is a strong, muscular guy, but surely someone in that school has enough talent to learn the steps and the dance routine that Jenna came up with. But at least in this movie, and I know it's pretty much the premise of this movie, Channing Tatum is a good dancer, but his style is more, club / modern dancing. And Jenna's obviously is that more classical, rigid type of dancing. So it's good to see that Channing Tatum, even though his character as a dancer is not all, can't get the steps and the routine down as quickly as, say someone from her school could have. But it's also good that he understands that he can't do that. But so he starts throwing in some of his stuff as well, some of his moves, some of his style. And again, it's what drives the movie, showing that, hey, Jenna, if you really want to be, this, breakout star, if you really want to move forward in dancing, think outside the box, throw a little more into your dance routine, vice the classical stuff that, all the dance companies see all the time. Show them that you're versatile. Oh, and of course, the stars of this movie are two hot people, so Hollywood's got to throw that trope in that they got to hook up together. I kind of get tired of this trope, because for the simple fact that if I went to every workplace and fell in love with the person, my coworker that's working with me, I'd have so many HR complaints against me that I'd never be able to hold a job. So it's funny to see, I just get tired of this Hollywood trope that a guy and a girl work together and they're both hot, so of course they both got to fall in love with each other. And I'm sorry about Cotton once again. The UPS guy is making a delivery right now because I can see him out the window, and Cotton is protecting the house. And I've talked about this a little bit briefly. And the scenes that they kind of make me laugh is the simple fact that Channing Tatum's character and Jenna Dewan's character both have different dance styles. And they both realize to succeed, they both got to learn those dance styles. And it's a fun kind of montage to watch, seeing both of those people learn these dance styles. And it's just showing, it's kind of like these candid moments of, okay, we're both not perfect, but it's fun, it's silly, but it really kind of roots these characters in becoming one together. And just like with the Hollywood trope of them falling in love with each other because they're working together and they're hot, you also have the Hollywood trope that, okay, this perfect couple can't, last. There's got to be some conflict in there. And it falls on Tyler, Channing Tatum's character, that things are getting too tough and stuff is happening. So he's just going to ditch out on Jenna's character and be like, peace, I'm done. Instead of sitting down and talking to her like, regular human beings. And of course, we do get the backstory a little bit that Channing Tatum has always been that way, or Tyler's always been that way, where when situations start getting tough, he's one of those people that ditches vice working through it. And this movie does try to add a family/friend type element. You get Tyler's best friend and his baby brother, the storyline where the baby brother wants to emulate Tyler and his big brother, and so gets really over the top and just into a situation that he can't get out of. And of course, that turns around to be the driving force behind Tyler and him getting him back into the Maryland Art School and helping out, in the dance competition. And then you also kind of get a foreshadowing as well for Step Up 2 when Tyler goes and hangs out with his foster siblings back in the foster house. And you get a little foreshadowing, though we didn't know it at the time, of what kind of like Step Up 2 was going to be about. Is this movie perfect? No. The storyline is really weak. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan really hadn't come into any of their acting chops at this time. Their performances, at least during the acting scenes, were kind of weak. But one of the things going forward for this was its soundtrack. In a dance movie, you need to have great music, and this movie does provide you with that great soundtrack. And I know I have all the Step Up soundtracks. I love the movie. I love the music in most of these movies, and it really comes through. The music helps out, and helps you immerse you into this kind of world. And second, and this is a dance movie, so if the dancing sucked, it would have tanked this movie. This movie really stood on two premises: the music and the dancing. And if it didn't hit on both, it would have not been as, I would say successful. I know it's not as successful. It did spring, 6, or 5 other movies. So it was successful in a way. It did capture that lightning in a bottle type thing. And it was because of the dancing and the music in this movie. So with that being said, guys, I give Step Up 3 out of 5 Sheps. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.